welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to be taking a deep dive into how AI is kind of shaking up the world of auditing. Like that whole process that keeps businesses honest. Well, at least it tries to, right?
Right, right.
So we've got some really fascinating research here, and it seems like AI is, well, it's almost like it's turning this kind of old school practice into this like high stakes game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Like a technological showdown.
Exactly.
So, expert, from all that you've seen, what's like the most fascinating thing that jumps out at you?
Well, I think the really interesting part is how AI is totally changing how auditors and the companies they audit interact.
Yeah.
It's like not just about, someone in a cubicle with a calculator anymore.
It's not just about those spreadsheets,
It's a
right?
whole different ball game.
Yeah. It's like instead of just a magnifying glass, auditors are suddenly armed with like AI-powered X-ray vision or
No,
something.
exactly. Like it's
One of the things I thought was crazy was how, like, old school audits would just look at samples of data.
right, right.
It's like trying to figure out the entire ocean, but you've only got a teaspoon of water.
Yeah, you're only seeing a tiny piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. But now with AI, boom, auditors can look at the entire ocean, the whole data set, right?
Absolutely. And not just look at it, but analyze it, understand it in ways we never could before.
It's a total game changer.
For sure.
But, and this is what really got me, companies are also using AI now too, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So how are they using AI to keep up in this whole new world order?
Well, that's where things get really, really interesting.
Okay, I'm ready. Hit me.
Companies are getting super sophisticated with how they're using AI. And it's not just about managing their data better, it's about anticipating what those AI-equipped auditors are going to be looking for.
Whoa, so they're trying to stay one step ahead.
Exactly. They're playing chess, and they're using AI to try and predict the auditor's next move.
So are we saying that companies could, like, use AI to make their financials look super clean, even if there's something they're trying to hide?
That's the million-dollar question. It's a huge concern, and it's definitely something that keeps people up at night.
Yeah, I bet.
It's a constant back and forth, like what do they call it? Like a technological arms race.
Totally.
Auditors are building more powerful AI tools to find those hidden things, and some companies might be using AI to get even stealthier.
Man, that is wild. It's like a digital game of hide and seek with, like, the entire global economy at stake.
That's a pretty good way to put it, yeah.
It's like we're talking about a whole new world of, like, digital espionage or something, right?
Yeah, kinda, except with balance sheets instead of secret codes, I guess.
Right, right. But, okay, this isn't just some abstract tech battle, is it?
No, definitely not.
This stuff has, like, real-world implications for, for everyone, for everyday people like me.
Well, absolutely. This impacts everyone, whether they realize it or not.
Exactly, because we rely on audits, right?
We do. They're the foundation of how we do business.
Yeah, they're supposed to give us confidence that, companies are being straight with us.
Exactly. Investors, regulators, even just the general public, we all need to be able to trust that companies are playing by the rules.
Because if we can't trust the numbers, then what do we have?
It's a recipe for disaster, frankly.
Okay, so then how do we make sure those numbers are trustworthy in this new world of, like, AI-powered accounting? Because the research talks about how AI can help auditors analyze those massive data sets, find the tiniest little things that humans might miss.
Right. It's like giving auditors a superpower.
It can even, like, generate those reports way faster.
Exactly. It can automate a lot of the tedious stuff, which frees up auditors to really focus on the big picture.
So AI could make audits way more efficient.
Absolutely. But it's not just about speed. One of the most exciting things about AI and auditing is its potential to bring a whole new level of objectivity to the process.
Whoa, okay, so you're talking about, like, removing human bias from the equation.
Exactly. Algorithms, they don't get tired, they don't have emotions, and they definitely don't have any preconceived ideas about a company.
That's pretty wild when you think about it.
Right. It means that AI could make audits fairer, more accurate, just overall way more reliable.
It's like we're talking about having a robot judge for the financial world.
In a way, yeah.
But, okay, and I'm already thinking ahead here. The research also says that companies can use AI to, like, prepare for audits, right? They can even like run simulations beforehand.
Yes, they can.
Isn't that kind of like giving students all the answers to the test before they take it?
Well, it's a good analogy. It's kind of like that.
Right. So where's the accountability there?
Well, and that's the double-edged sword of AI, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's always two sides to every coin.
On one hand, if a company uses AI to, to really improve its internal controls, make sure it's really following all the rules, that's a good thing.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It could streamline the audit process, maybe even prevent problems before they happen.
So it can be used for good.
Exactly.
But there's always that other side, right?
There is. And that's where things get, well, a bit more complicated.
Yeah, let me guess. This is where AI could be used to like really game the system.
You got it.
Yeah.
Because if a company is using AI to create this facade of compliance, but underneath there are still problems, that's when things get dangerous.
Oh yeah, that's like next level deception.
It's like using a supercomputer to find the tiniest loophole and then, exploiting it.
So how do we prevent that? How do we make sure that like AI is used for good in this auditing world and not for, creating these elaborate smoke screens?
Okay, so we've established that AI can be used to play both offense and defense in the auditing game. What are some specific ways companies might use AI for, well, let's just say less than noble purposes?
Well, the research talks about something called creative accounting, which sounds pretty innocent, but can actually be quite concerning. It sounds like something you'd learn in a black magic class for accountants. What exactly is creative accounting?
Essentially, it's using AI to exploit loopholes or push the boundaries of accounting rules, making a company's financials look better without technically breaking any laws.
So instead of cooking the books, they're using AI to subtly season them.
That's a great way of putting it. For example, imagine a company uses AI to slightly shift when they recognize revenue or expenses. Even seemingly small adjustments, when amplified across a large company, can have a huge impact on the bottom line.
It's like using a digital magnifying glass to make tiny numbers look huge. The research also mentioned that AI could be used to create incredibly complex transactions, so complex that they become almost impossible to untangle.
That's right. We're talking about situations where even experienced auditors would struggle to trace the flow of money. It's like creating a financial maze designed to confuse anyone without the right AI tools to navigate it.
It sounds incredibly difficult to police this new world of AI-driven accounting. What can be done to make sure these advanced technologies are used responsibly?
The key is transparency and regulation. We need to be able to lift the hood on these AI systems, see how they work, and ensure they're not being used for malicious purposes.
So, we need AI that can audit AI. That feels very meta.
It does, doesn't it? But it's essential. We also need clear ethical guidelines and potentially even legal consequences for using AI to intentionally mislead auditors.
It's not enough to just develop powerful AI. We need to develop the wisdom to use it responsibly. This has been an eye-opening deep dive into the world of AI and auditing. And it's clear that this is just the beginning. As AI becomes more powerful, its impact on the world of finance and on our lives in general is only going to grow.
Absolutely. The future of trust in a digital age depends on our ability to ensure that artificial intelligence is used as a force for good.
Well said. That leaves all of us with plenty to think about. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.